Thanks for staying with us. So this morning, we're talking about a major household commodity, which is gas, cooking gas. So the average cost of refilling a 5 kg cylinder of cooking gas rose by 3.23% in October and more. Recently, the price of cooking gas is getting crazier, and many households are not finding it funny at all, especially as we're moving to Christmas. According to many Nigerians, the continuous price of cooking gas is affecting purchasing power. So to help us have a better understanding of government policy and what is expected, especially in this Yuletide season, is Mr. Oladapo Olatunbosu, the National President of the Nigerian Association of Liquefied Petroleum Gas Marketers, NALPGAM. Welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Yes. You can call us on 081-270-53687, 09139-076948. You can also send us messages on X and also on YouTube. We'll be happy to get your questions, because this, as I said earlier, is a household commodity that everybody is affected by, and it's important for us to have a better understanding of why the prices seem to be going higher by the day. I know in this Lagos, I have bought gas at 4,000 naira. I have bought it at 5,000 naira. Now today, my supplier says it's about 15,500 now. Some people areas, that's for 12 kg. Others are saying it's about 16,500. Others are in different parts of the state. I don't even know what it is in other parts of the country. Could you give us an idea, an insight into why this prices is just galloping and going higher and higher all the time?
Yeah, thank you. The price of cooking gas is actually going up. But it's not only price of cooking gas that's actually going up in Nigeria. There are other elements that prices are going up. And true to your presentation, the Bureau for Statistics, when they're releasing inflationary rates in Nigeria, they said cooking gas was one of the most affected by galloping inflation in Nigeria. That the rate it was moving was going on. It was quite high. There are a lot of reasons for that. Number one, it's an essential product that everybody needs to use. And it's a deregulated product. And you have businessmen handling it. So the element of profiteering is there because it's a product that everybody wants to use, and they know they will buy it. So that element is there. There are also elements of some indicators that happen in the economy. You know, we floated our Naira. It affected virtually all products. That also affects LPG. And cost of other things also went up. LPG has a derived pricing system, because before you get to LPG, there are some other things you input. Even when you come to the plant, there are some other inputs. You know, cost of fuel, everything went up. But I totally agree with you that the current price in which Nigerians are buying cooking gas is not the right price we should buy. It should be lower. And that is why association like us, and we also intervene with government on most cases to see what we can do. It's a deregulated product, but in any deregulated product that is an essential item, you don't leave it solely for the control of the capitalist. That's the businessman. I'm a businessman, and we must be very realistic, because the aim and objective of every businessman is to maximize his profit. If there are no administrative intervention, everybody wants to get the price to the roof, because you won't know. I'll be smiling to the bank at the detriment of others. And that is why we intervene with government to make sure there's an administrative check. And I'm happy to tell you, those efforts were not in vain. If those prices you quoted, if some steps had not been taken, the price would have been even more than that. By now, probably we would have been buying a kg of gas about 2,000 naira, 1,800. But recently, we had engagement with government agencies and government people in power, telling them the essence of this. And the Minister for Gas, Minister for State for Petroleum, Honorable Hepo, really did wonderfully. He totally agreed with us that this is social goods, and the vision of this government is to make sure that they make it available, and they were able to do some things. Before now, what government had done to make sure that the price comes down is about giving some palliatives in terms of exceptions for import duties, VAT, and some other factors. The objective is that when your cost of producing is lower, then automatically what you're going to sell to people will be. But that is not the case in most cases in Nigeria. People take that advantage for their own benefit, and the end user that's supposed to get the benefit don't get it. And that is why we have an association like my own. We are marketers. Because if the market shrinks, it doesn't pay us. You see that cooking gas is more popular in the cities, not in the less city. And the population is right there. There are a lot of Nigerians that are quite large in number that are living outside Lagos, outside the capital. And if all these people should embrace usage of cooking gas, then our national utilization level will go up. We also have more business. But if you don't site your plants in city and you go to less city, you'll be running at loss. Because the patronage is not there. So it's concern of my association that your national utilization level must go up. And what can only drive national utilization level to go up is the price, affordability. It should come at a price that people can be able to afford it.
Let me get a few more questions for you, sir.
Talking about taking advantage of the consumer, I've just found out that the person who has been selling me gas has been taking advantage of me.
No, you didn't allow me to finish that story.
Let me finish. Don't worry, whatever story you're going to say, because here I was thinking he sold me. I just bought 50 kg just less than a week ago. I thought it was 60, but you know, I'm getting the receipt. He sold it to me at 1,600 per kg. That's 80,000 naira.
What?
Now, this is a person that I have used for, I'm calling you out, because this is a person I've used for many years. In fact, it was my mother-in-law that was using him for many years and has just become. So you would think that there's some sort of loyalty. So what happens to consumers like us who have found out that, you know, our gas people have been... Where do we go?
Okay.
For rest.
Wait, let me put that question in context. Because I just said it was 1,000 for where I live. So some people have major depots, those who have the major one. Some people have smaller ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you put that in context?
Let me finish that story of profiteering. It's actually not from the plants or the depot you are filling. Because it's what they buy, they sell. But there's a source where they get. That source is not known to public. They are the business, they know where they take their truck to buy. And when they get there, it's what they call they are selling, you must buy. So they don't sell on credit, cash and carry. You pay and you buy. If you don't buy, you go back and close your door. So they don't have to, you just have to buy from them. And they are fewer in number. It's easy for them to have an alignment of agreement on what you want to sell. A phone call, we just call around and they fix a price. That kind of things they're operating before. But with the intervention of the minister now and some steps that have been taken now, we are trying to neutralize that. The largest supplier of LPG into the Nigerian market is NLNG, Nigerian Natural Liquefied Company. Okay, they supply and they determine the price. Because the product, the price their product lands in the market, we tell what others we fix. Before now, there are some distortion that happen in the flow distribution chain from NLNG to the public. NNPC took 49% of their total output because they are the shareholders and give it to a company under NNPC. That one also said that distorts supply. And it have a lot of hands that you get to. You now see middlemen playing role. So the price at which now that the NLNG product will now land in the market become high. So all other molecule producers, the refineries and some other people that are producing, they should use that one as a thing to set their price, as a benchmark, to set their price. And the price coming high. And when we saw that, we went and cried to the government. This cannot be done. NLNG cannot continue to be selling on bidding process. This is a social item. When you subject to bidding, it means it's meant for the rich alone. You don't want the poor to have the privilege of it. We stopped that, and the minister saw wisdom in that. He took steps to stop that. People that were not given allocation before, he has intervened. Everybody has given allocation now. They are getting allocation. The price that came into the market now is a bit lower than what it was. And that is why this festival season, I can assure you, there's flow of gas and the price is
before I let the lady come, I want us to go back to what Mariam said, because there's still a possibility that her vendor still ripped her off, because she can't, there's no, who does she go to? Something that everybody else is buying for 60,000 or 58,000 naira. If your her vendor's doing it to 8-something,000, that means it can't be because of what he got from his supplier.
If your vendor is taking advantage of you because he knows you are busy and you went through a third party, always believe in the receipt you see. I am a businessman and I have plans and I have experience of people. Even when you send out housemaid to go and buy, they will destroy the receipt and will tell you how much it is, you don't see receipt. So those are kind of that manipulation. But when you want to fill, ensure you fill from a licensed plant, not all the time on the roadside, because the space will also increase the price. So the current price now, anywhere you go now, is between 1,250 to 1,350 in the West. In South-South, that is another sad thing that we discuss here. That is where you have gas more expensive. In the South-South now, they buy gas as 1,500 to 1,080 per kg. And we explain the cost of the program. Why that? And shouldn't be. Because it's an aberration. That is the source where we get the gas. And that is why it's most expensive.
Okay, we'll come to you, Nisha. Let me go on a short break. I'll come back to minimum American. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.